Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am going to make a tuna casserole. This is a tuna and zucchini casserole. You could use chicken if you prefer, and my eyes got all watery from cutting this onion, which is like burning. Give me a thumbs up, hearts, share this video. Tell me where you're watching from, and if you like casserole, you're gonna like this casserole. I have 4 cans of tuna in water, full fat, and I took out the water, so no more water. I'm going to add to it 6 cups of zucchini cut into little triangles or cubes, and 1/2 of a onion, so about 1/2 cup of onion. And then I'm gonna mix all of this together once I can get it in here. Let me see. And then we're gonna add a bunch of other things. So let me get this in here. Tell me where you're watching from. And I like casseroles because they're easy to make. I can step away while they're cooking, and the whole family likes them. And they are ones that you could easily freeze and reuse, or you could freeze after you make it, or you could portion it out for different meals. Lots of different options with casseroles. So I'm gonna mix this with my tuna and my onion so that everything gets well combined. And then we're gonna add a couple more things to this, and then we're gonna use a different bowl. So the longest that it took for this was emptying the water from the tuna cans and cutting my onion and my zucchini, which are things that you could do ahead of time to make it so that it doesn't take you so long to make this when it's time to make it. It doesn't actually take a long time, but so it takes less time than what it takes to make it. So I am I'm just making sure that it's all combined and that there's no like huge clumps of any one of the ingredients. So they're all there, well combined. Now to this, we're also going to add our 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And then we're going to add 6 tablespoons of almond flour. 6 tablespoons of almond flour, so that's equivalent to 1/4 cup plus 1/2 cup. Tell me where you're watching from. We are making a zucchini and tuna casserole. This is 2 tablespoons. I'm going to mix this with the baking powder first, and then come back and add the rest of the almond flour. All right, now I'm going to add my 1/4 cup of almond flour. So I added, not all of it, 1/4 first, and then the other 2 tablespoons first. Now I'm going to mix. And then we're gonna make our sauce part of it that we're gonna pour over it. So I can go ahead, I actually have 2 spices first, super simple spices. So I'm going to put a teaspoon of black pepper. Having troubles getting this spoon in here. This is a 1/2 teaspoon. And another 1/2. And then we're going to mix that. And then we're going to add 1 more seasoning. And then we're going to put this in our baking pan. Baking dish, I should say. Okay, now we're gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon of pink salt. Okay, and then we're gonna mix that, and then we're almost ready for making the other mixture, the liquid mixture. Okay, now I have my baking sheets 9 by 13 baking dish. I have it lined with some olive oil. You can use avocado oil or coconut oil or even butter. And we're gonna dump this in here. Get all of it out. And now we're going to add our liquid mixture on top of this, or like poured around it or into it in one moment. As soon as we make it, we're gonna make that part. So tell me where you're watching from. I would love to know. And let me know also what you're eating tonight. All right, now I am going to add into a different bowl. We're gonna move this. I'm looking for another bowl. I could just do it in that bowl. I'll just do that so I don't mix up another bowl. And we're going to add, cheese. Soraya.
I had a doctor's appointment today. I'm good.
A cup of heavy cream. And then we're gonna mix that with 6 eggs that are beaten. 6 eggs that I already beat. And then we are going to add to this our cheese. And you can either do use a cup of cheese inside and a cup of cheese on top, or you can put 2 cups of cheese inside and a cup of cheese on top. My family loves cheese, so I will probably put a couple of cups of cheese inside and then sprinkle on top till it's covered. So we're gonna use mozzarella cheese tonight because it's just easier right now. But you could also use any type of cheese. You could use pepper jack, you could use cheddar, you could use Colby jack, any type of cheese. What would you use? That's 1 cup. Now we're gonna do our 2nd cup. All right. And I'm gonna get this cheese out of, it's stuck to the bottom of this. Oh, it is falling. And I'm gonna mix this all together, this mixture. And we have our egg and our cheese and our heavy cream in here. And now we're ready to pour this on top of our mixture. So we've got everything. I'm making sure that there's nothing left out that we didn't put in. Now I'm going to pour it on top of this into all of it. And make sure that all parts are covered. Okay. Okay, it's all covered, and actually it ended up that the cheese is well positioned on top. So I'm not actually gonna add any extra cheese because it's already all right here. So I don't feel a need to put more. Of course on mine I'm gonna put cayenne pepper. You could put jalapenos in all of this if you want. And I'm just kind of making sure that all the parts have covered with this cheese, egg, cream mixture. Now, zucchini is moist, so this will have some moisture to it. This casserole will have some moisture to it, which will be fine. But just so you're aware, it's not gonna be like completely set. But here it is. So now we're going to bake this 350 degrees for 30 minutes. And it is going to be delicious. So, thumbs up, hearts, share this video so that more people in the world know that they can do this too. Easy to make, easy to freeze, easy to use, easy to prep for, and have a wonderful night. From my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye!